What's up, guys? Welcome back. So we just went through a hurricane. Got lucky again. For some reason, anything comes at us, Tampa says, no, stay away, push away. And we live another day. Anyway, so haven't gotten a whole lot done. Today's our first day where it's finally gone by us and we're able to do some work. Had to do some cleanup, cleaned up my shop, had to get my furniture and everything out of here, but we were okay. I do super feel for the people up in our panhandle because they got hit with a 4. And that's pretty bad. So we're gonna have a lot of flooding where we are. Not really a big deal. Anyway, what I'm gonna be doing in this episode, we do got a new frame that I'm gonna do. I need to build something that I can sell. We're gonna do a scrap-ish frame. I'm gonna go take a trip to Alro Steel. I already had a little bit of round tube here that we can use, but it's not enough. But I am gonna do something cool with our front end here. But I don't have enough for the rest of it. So we need like 3 more tubes, and then we need like 2 or 3 1-inch tubes. So we're gonna go get that. We may run through their scrap pile too and see if maybe we can cut some costs on that, because the last 2 builds kind of drained me a little bit. One thing I do gotta do before any of that, my welding table. It works pretty good. Not the flattest top, of course, as you know, this is a cheap welding table. It's like $180 or something. But one thing that bugs me is when I'm trying to weld or TIG weld, it's got this bottom part here. Well, I can't slide my chair in, and I gotta wrap my leg over it in order to TIG weld and hit the pedals. So we're gonna do really quick. I'm gonna flip it upside down. We're gonna cut that off. We're gonna add some square tubing in there, box that in. Maybe add some cool dimple dies on the side and cool little shop cart. But that's what we're gonna start out doing today. So let me get it up on the thing here, figure out exactly what we're gonna do, clean up some square tube, and get to work. Got the side posts in, some metal art that I had already hanging on there, but it was just like bolted and then wire tied, so now that's also welded on. That'll give it some more strength and structure. We're gonna fix these wheels too that I had. They were wobbly and they would come loose. So I'm gonna take them, put them on, and then I'm gonna tack the nuts down. So when I tighten them, they stay tight, but ran out of welding gas. So we'll pick up some more of that tomorrow. All I gotta do is finish the wheels, slap some coat of paint on it, call it done. Then we can get on that. Hey guys, I am so sorry for the interruption, but if you could you click that subscribe button for me? Also, turn on your bell notifications. That way you catch all the content as I post it. And if you want to check out anything early, head over to my Instagram. I post things there probably quicker than you're gonna see them here. Thanks, guys. All right, stopped this morning, picked up a bottle, got my bottle, dropping bottles in here, I don't know. Anyway, I gotta hook this thing up so we can get back on the cart and get on the build. right, last thing to do is make some of these dimple die plates. I'm gonna make 2 of them. One will go on each side, and I'm gonna make them bolt on because it's aluminum. And then we'll be done. We can get onto that mess. I am a hot, sweaty mess, but all done. Came out pretty cool, pretty happy with it. I like the dimple dies on the side. Rolls around, super strong now. That's gonna do exactly what I need it to do. Happy with that. Now that that's done, we can get on what you guys came here to see, and that's that frame inside of all this mess over here. Gotta clean that up. But I'm gonna call it a night. I will see you guys tomorrow. I'm gonna go pick up some round tube in the morning, and let's go. All right, gentlemen and ladies, we got our metal. Getting ready to do some bending. Get everything lined up, ready to go on this frame. It's gonna be a pretty cool one. I'm gonna doing something different on the seat post area. I'm gonna bend it inward instead of the normal kick outward. If you can even see the drawing, I don't know, but it'll come this way out to a big kick right here. So a real far one. I'll just have to watch and see that the tires or the wheels doesn't hit that. I would like it to be close though, because I think it'll look kind of neat. And then it's going to be a straight tube down here. And then the tough part will be doing the chain stays, the upper seat stay and lower chain stay. It's going to be pretty far away. So I'm probably going to have to drill right into the center of these 2 tubes, which is going to be quite difficult in there, but we'll see. Maybe if I bolt it here, I can drill it there. But we'll see what happens. The tire is going to be super close. That's the wheel. We're running at about 32 inches from steering tube or from head tube to seat post. And then we're about 24 inches roughly from center of the bottom bracket to the seat post. That's kind of where I like to do it. That fits a 5'10" person or 5'11" person like perfectly. And then someone a little bit shorter can still ride it. You can even go way shorter with a smaller crank, or you can, if you're taller, you can do the same thing, go with a shorter crank, and then you don't have the knee issue where you're kneeing yourself in the face. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and hurry up, bend this to where I need it. I'm gonna go ahead and knock the backbone out. Got a pretty good sized backbone here. It's gonna turn, curve in. So I'm gonna hopefully do that out of one piece. Alright, so this is where it starts taking place. Like usual, we've got our backbone going, front down tube, seat post here. That's gonna get cut, go something like that. It's got a really cool forward motion. I think I'm gonna change something up. I was gonna go in here and do a turn down, but I think I'm gonna run this all the way to a point right here. I don't know, it might look kind of neat. Kind of shooting from the hip on this one. I didn't draw it out or plan it. Kind of since I had that front tube already to go, kind of letting it do its own thing. So that might kind of look neat to have the backbone come down, meet here as a tip, and then run that tube there, and then all the way down, and then the seat can come out. What I've got to watch for though, if I'm running it like this to here, the seat post comes up, seat would sit there. So I would just have to watch that seat post, but that would actually look kind of cool. And then this will have a turn like that. So backbone, turn. I don't know. I'm kind of digging that look. I've done I've done the backbone to the turn so many times that I kind of want to switch something up. And if I got enough, because I'm going to lose that much, that actually fits dead on. You know what? Let's funk it up a little bit. Let's do something crazy. All right, both tubes are coped up. You have to cope with your problems. You're gonna need to cope with it. You can't get by if you don't cope. Never mind. A little bit more. That is the look we're kind of going for. We've got the back wheel here. We're gonna have to run something. It's gonna have to be around, maybe up. I don't know. We'll have to figure out how we want to do the lower chainstays. Seat's gonna come right out of here like that. So that looks pretty cool. Different frame from what I normally do. Chainstays, all that I'm worried about, especially the lower ones, because they're gonna be so long that it's gonna probably require one 4-inch tube just to make it. Both of them gotta be the same. And just trying to get that to go there, all the way to there. It's a long area, so I may move this wheel up a little bit more just to get it, because I do want it really close to the frame. The seat will have plenty of room because I'm going to run an angular seat post that'll come off of here. It'll slide in that way. That should look pretty good. All right, I'm gonna call it for the day. Get back on it tomorrow. New morning, so I'm going to do something I don't normally do, but I'm going to go ahead and figure out my chain stays now. I'm not going to attach them or anything like that, but I need to figure out where they're going to go so that I can drill the holes where I need to drill them. Because I kind of have an idea. I'm going to have to move this way more. I got an idea where I kind of want to come out and run them straight and then up again. So I'll have two different compound bends, or actually I guess 3 compound bends, And then this one I kind of want to do the same, where it's going to come out of the tubing, come straight, and then go down to the dropouts, and we're going to move them forward. Probably going to sit about here, which is going to put the tire right about there, and the seat's going to come up in this vicinity, something like that. Because it's so small on the bottom, I got to kind of figure out where I'm going, and then we need to go ahead and get the bottom bracket ready. I am going to go ahead and weld the head tube in real quick so that I have that ready to go. Alright, so a rough setup of what I need. So I went ahead, I welded up the head tube, only half the bottom bracket area because that's going to basically get chopped in half. Got the lower portion on the back side burned in, the other side I'll do while it's laying flat so I can clean it up. That I have to wait for. I did the top of it so it can't move, but more than likely the lower chainstay may have to go in there. I don't know yet, but it's going to go definitely past it. I just don't want to move that yet until I had everything still. That's done, just needs to be cleaned up. Now, got some 1-inch tube over here. We're going to grab it, bend it up, figure out exactly where I want the top to go, and we'll probably start there, moving the top. Kind of my idea is this coming here, and then up, and then turning in. That way I have chain clearance, and I can still have a straight line here if I want it, because I like that look of the straight line and then coming up. And I might be able to do that out of one piece, hopefully, but I got 3 just in case. I also had an idea of running that all the way to the front. That might like kind of look cool, but I kind of have it set how I want to do it. So let's figure this out. So I need to do a slight bend just so I can get that kick up on the upper seat stay. Now, I know a lot of you guys are probably real mathy and sciencey stuff, but I don't know what degree to bend it to, so I kind of trial and error it. I put it in there, I just bend it just a little bit to see if I can get that straightness, and then I'll copy it to the next one. Kind of how I always do things. I try to just give it a little bit by little bit because I don't know what degree the bend needs to be. Not that smart, so let's do this. The hole, or I don't have the hole yet, but we will have the hole. We know where we want it. It's gonna go there. I think the other one I'm gonna move a little bit further down. I like them to be an angle so that the back end kind of shows through the 2 tubings, but because this one's coming down at an angle, you may not notice it. So I'm gonna do one there. We'll probably line it up with the bottom right down there, and then we'll work on this. That one's not as big of a deal as this one is, so because I wanted to make sure I could do it out of just one piece. I know I'm gonna have to do 2 pieces on there because it's so far away at the bottom. This distance is different. Usually I kick it this way, which the reason I do that is it brings that lower chainstay closer to the frame. You don't have to use up as much tubing. Here, when you're kicking it away and you're causing it to be a shorter bottom, That's going to make it use more tubing, of course. So we're going to take this down. We're going to drill our hole there, and we're going to go ahead and do our bottom bracket. So I showed you guys I got lucky on this one because of the way the bend was. I wasn't able to lay it straight in the notcher. Luckily, I was able to get it enough to where I could just get it down inside the clamp here, and it allowed me to go ahead and notch that. I was just had to make sure everything stayed straight and then nothing moved while I was doing it. Got super lucky. All right, guys, got all the holes done, tube notched, everything is ready to go. We're gonna call it here for this one. We are gonna get this finished in the next episode. Just ran a little long doing the table and then getting this frame done. Make sure you guys are following me on the Instagram, because when this goes up for sale, it'll probably go up for sale before you guys see the video here. Just the way it kind of works with trying to keep videos going on YouTube and keeping up with the other social medias. Also, make sure you guys are subscribing, because after this build, I've got something special for everyone. Something I've been wanting to do for a really long time, and something that I've kind of been called out on the internet, so you guys will have to stay tuned for that. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys real soon. Peace!